Why this story matters. This uplifting update focuses on solutions rather than problems, and that's worth paying attention to. Quick summary: the story highlights recent developments related to Choose, showing how constructive action can lead to meaningful results. Interfaith Alliance, a national advocacy group dedicated to religious freedom and civil rights, has launched a new campaign to freeze out immigration and customs enforcement just in time for the holidays. The multi-faith group has released a 30-second video ad that contrasts ICE's violent raids against the holy season's religious calling to love thy neighbor, according to a press release from the organization. Interfaith Alliance pledged a 300,000 ad spend across digital, broadcast television and streaming services, particularly targeting media markets that have seen intense crackdowns from federal immigration agents, including Charlotte, North Carolina, and New Orleans, Louisiana. Would you like to read more good news about Choose to Love Mar-a-Lago during Holy and Run? The campaign also includes targeted ad buys on Fox News in the West Palm Beach area, which is intended to reach Mar-a-Lago airways. The ad will also run on channels nationwide through Christmas. In the ad, viewers see images of ICE raids interspersed with clips of families joyfully gathering for Christmas. In the background, "O Holy Night" plays, with simple text on screen: "In America, we love one another. Choose love, not ICE." The holiday season reminds us that religion can be a force for compassion, solidarity, and love, and that religious Americans can and must speak out about the cruelty we see against immigrants and other vulnerable communities all around us. Reverend Paul Brandeis, Rauschenbusch, President and CEO of Interfaith Alliance, said in a statement, "As the Choose Love Not ICE campaign makes clear, people of faith in this country have a huge role to play in supporting democratic, nonviolent efforts to help immigrant families, challenge ICE, and to oppose authoritarianism in all its forms." The ad also urges supporters, specifically religious Americans, to sign a petition online amplifying the following message: "This holy season, ICE cruelty is threatening our religious calling to love our neighbors in our houses of worship and in our communities. As faithful Americans, as an expression of our values, we demand that the federal government stop the attacks on our neighbors, and we call on our political and religious leaders to stand in solidarity against their cruelty." As everyday shoppers, cyclists, childcare providers and grocery store chains have stepped in to support immigrant communities this year, faith leaders have also taken a stance. This holiday campaign is another effort by faith leaders who are standing in opposition against ICE and the Trump administration's crackdown on immigrant families. In North Carolina earlier this year, church organizers held educational seminars for residents to lawfully and effectively report ICE activity in the community. For instance, the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops also released a special video message recognizing the fundamental dignity and rights of immigrants. Additionally, religious leaders and groups including Interfaith Alliance have helped spearhead major faith group participation in anti-authoritarian no-kings protests this year. And leading up to the holidays, several churches nationwide have recreated nativity scenes that depict Jesus and family facing ICE harassment. While we see the Trump administration trying to use religion as a tool to justify repression, the majority of religious Americans see welcoming and caring for those in need a core part of our values, said Ross. When we see heavily armed federal agents seizing families, hurting protesters, and in some cases even invading sacred religious spaces and arresting faith leaders, we feel outraged and alarmed. That's why people of faith have such an important role to play in defending democracy, diversity, and dignity for all Americans. You may also like hundreds of anti-ICE protesters brought their Home Depot to a halt just by buying and returning 17-cent ice scrapers. AskAllGoodHeadlines.org curates positive and solution-focused stories from trusted sources around the world.